For all the people that called me a sellout throughout the week, for my analysis on Shedeur Sanders, for the people that messaged me Uncle Tom or commented fool, I do want to say something to you sincerely from the bottom of my heart, and that's kiss my ass. I'm not going to holler sabotage and racism when I don't truly believe something is sabotage and racism.
You ain't? Oh, man, this is going to be good. I usually don't even stop these videos of late. I'm trying to let them breathe. But, God, did y'all just hear what he just said? He ain't going to call something sabotage and racism if he doesn't feel it's not. Ryan Clark just said that. Wow.
I did have a problem with the way Shedeur Sanders was covered in the pre-draft process. The anonymous reports demeaning a young man's character who had never done anything wrong away from the field, had never shown anything but leadership. I felt that part of that was the attack of a young, confident, brash young black man. I felt like part of it was we can't touch or affect Deion Sanders because he was so great, he was so talented, he is so charismatic. How do we now affect this young man? I do feel like he should have been drafted earlier, but the truth is that is where he was drafted in the 5th round with the 144th pick. So here's what that means. Multiple teams, 32 teams, passed on him multiple times. And now you want me to say the one team that did decide to draft him doesn't have his best interests at heart. The thing is, he was a 5th round draft pick. 5th round draft picks get 5th round treatment, even if we don't feel like they deserve to be drafted in the 5th round. So you're going to play with some guys who don't make the team.
Facts.
Who else you're going to play against?
Who?
Some guys that don't make the team.
Facts.
As an undrafted guy, I understand I wasn't going to get the same reps as the 5th rounders or the 6th rounders, just as I understand Shedeur Sanders won't get the same reps as the Dylan Gabriel.
Preach.
Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback. Shedeur Sanders has to play better. When I said I didn't think Shedeur Sanders would start a game for the Cleveland Browns unless somebody was hurt or that other players played bad, it showed when he was named 3rd on the depth chart. I do believe that he still can have a bright future, but we have to wait a while to see that. But if we get in this world where I can't analyze film or I can't talk about football without it having to do with how I see, how I support, how I push forward my community, then that's an issue. And it's my fault. I started listening and opening the door for the applause and the praise. So it's very difficult to close the doors when you start to get the boos, the criticism, and the hate. I am still rooting for Shedeur Sanders. I don't just support the Sanders family. I love them. Deion Sanders is my big bro. I want to see his family do well. But what I said stands. He has to play better. I want to see him play better. I hope he gets that chance to play better. But our community has to do better. When somebody stands on all 10 the way I do consistently for us, you got to let me do my job. So when it's time for my voice to carry weight, it can.
Oh, my God. Becky. What the hell? Oh, man. Blah, blah, blah. It's our fault, the community. You blaming us, but you just said it was your fault for listening to all the noise and not separating the signal from the noise. Ryan Clark is having a full-out identity crisis right here. And I just want to start off by saying this before we go into detail, that the people you're watching to learn from have a lot to learn. And what I'm talking about is what I just heard, which was a lot of contradiction in just that 3-minute bite that I sped up. He doesn't talk that fast, but all these bites are better when you speed them up, especially mine. Good Lord. So we just heard that Ryan Clark is like, look, I'm not going to call something sabotage and racism. That ain't sabotage and racism when we're talking about Shedeur Sanders. But then he went on to speak on how they tried to hurt him in the draft. Wasn't that sabotage? Why did they try to hurt him? Because of his dad? The reasons really don't even matter. Did they try to hurt him? You thought that they did? Well, isn't that sabotage? And then why? Well, maybe it wasn't racial. Maybe it was just because of Deion's stature, and we're trying to bring that down a notch. But the point is, you can't go out there and say something is not, but then give supporting evidence that it is. Make up your mind in that situation. That's why I say this is an identity crisis, because he has a platform, he has a voice, and he knows that he wants his black card to be played. He wants his black card to be accepted, never denied, never declined for that transaction. But here's the problem. It makes you have to go out there and you can't even state the obvious without apologizing. See, this is the problem when you pander. You're never going to win if you pander, because you're never going to please everybody, even the group you're pandering for. So this is why I always highlight these things, because I think these are great social elements for us in our day-to-day lives. That dog, you ain't got to kiss nobody's ass, because as much butt you kiss, you're going to have to be kissing butts forever, and you still ain't going to get the favor you truly desire. And that's where Ryan Clark is right now in this video. He over here saying it's his fault, but it's on the community to give him the power to not criticize him so he can have the weight to say what he wants to say. Dog, if you got the weight, it don't matter what I say about you, you got the weight. because you certainly got the platform. You certainly got the voice. Our community needs to do better. Blaming us. First of all, community? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't see, you can't define that. What do you mean? Black people? So if I'm black, but I disagree, I got to do better? Nah. As you admitted, you were listening to all that love, and then some of that hate came in there, right? And now all of a sudden you want to reset everything, recheck everybody. No. That is the reset. That is the recheck. Love and hate, the thin line between it, it always comes together. So if you're going to be thin-skinned, if you're going to be sensitive to the backlash that comes your way when you actually state the obvious, you stated the obvious. You told everybody he needs to play better and that he is a fifth rounder who got treated like a fifth rounder and that Dylan Gabriel played better than him in the preseason. We all saw it. And then you got mad that your community told you that you were a sellout, that you were Uncle Tom. Don't you know that's part of the game? You gonna try and tell them to not say that? And that's the same community you're pandering for? Oh man, you talking about chasing your tail. So this is a situation as simple as this. If you don't have the strength to speak the truth, you're gonna tell on yourself. You're gonna tell everybody that, hey, I wanna speak the truth, but I'm scared of the backlash. And that's where Ryan Clark has been. And that's where Ryan Clark still is. But right now, he's trying to put up a fight. And then he told everybody to kiss his ass because we don't agree with him. I could go all day and night, man, but the people you're watching to learn from have a lot to learn. In this situation, this is as simple as you could go. People were rooting for Shedeur for obvious reasons, cultural reasons, racial reasons, representation reasons. Everybody had their reason. Everybody roots for somebody for some reason. Right? I know people that used to root for Michael Cage. You want to know why? Because he had a Jerry curl. And we didn't see that often, right? Pro player with a curl. Oh, that's he dog. He damn dog. He representing. I seen people root for people just because they had the same skin tone, right? I like people used to root for Ben Wallace because they're like, dog, look at him, man. He look like he don't give a damn. That's my type of player. It doesn't matter. You can root for whoever you want to for whatever reasons. Just know that as you're rooting and cheering, someone else is booing. Don't you know that from hello? There's not been an arena or stadium you've ever been in your life. I don't care if it's the classroom. I don't care if it's work. I don't care if it's a football field, a basketball court. Wherever you go, there are people cheering you and booing you. And if you don't know that from hello, you're going to have a rude awakening when it's time to say goodbye. You're going to tell people to kiss your ass. You're going to tell people you need to hold me down so I can hold it down. All of that is backwards logic right there. All of that makes no sense, okay? I'm going to go back to Mr. Miyagi before I get up out of here. He said there are no bad students, just bad teacher. You know what that means for real? Even though it's not absolute. It means, look, if all of them are lost and you're supposed to be leading them and you're supposed to be the tour guide, maybe it ain't their fault that they lost. Maybe it's on you. So instead of blaming the community and saying, oh, man, we need to do better, maybe you just need to keep this to yourself, save the apology video so I don't have the content to highlight. But the point is, you need to apologize to yourself. You need to hold it down for yourself. The one time you stick your chest out and say, this is what it is, Shedeur. Oh, never mind. I'm so sorry. My black card got taken. I'm so sorry. And I could go deeper in terms of why people, let me go deeper. Why people don't want their black card taken, because they've already had it questioned. See, ain't nobody ever questioned my black card growing up. Ain't nobody ever questioned my black card in real life. Only in this media internet world does it get confused or questioned. And therefore, it's too late. I'm already a grown-ass man who knows that the only reason you're saying that is because you're mad at what I said. I hope Ryan Clark gets to that point where he realizes it doesn't matter what you've done in the past, that they question your black card, that high school you went to, that girl you dated, that place they saw you, all those things that happen to a lot of people, and then they grow up, you know, and then they grow up, or they're mixed. Don't be mixed. Oh man, then you're gonna come out, I'm blickety black. You're gonna come out X-Clan, sissy. You're gonna come out too hard. We all get it. It's an overcorrection, but don't put that on me. Don't put that on we. You know, look in that mirror and holler at that dude. All right, so beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Look, the simple thing is Shedeur Sanders didn't play as well as he needed to as a 5th-round draft choice to be any higher on that depth chart. Everyone knows that. And if you're rooting for him, you probably blind to that, but call me whatever you want. But then when you finish calling me those names, you're going to realize I was telling you the truth, and the truth hurts. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, okay? Wow. You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But before we flow, boy, we check in on your dough, boy. So how's your money? Is your money looking funny? Well, you need to hit up my team at Monitor Debt Resolution. Click that QR code or hit the website, pt.monitordebt.com right now for your financial wellness solution. So are you in debt, personal debt, credit card debt, student loan debt, medical debt, whatever the debt may be, you need to hit them up. Check my link in my description for your prescription. Yes, we're going to get you right because my man Jason has a little itty bitty trying to open up a gym. He's a personal trainer, so he's in debt right now. Well, he called up Monitor Debt Resolution, got a financial solution, 2026, his plan to be debt free. Thousands of you have called. Hundreds of you have gotten your plans. I want to make sure you're like Jason, and I can say your name as well. So make sure you hit them up, and that's Monitor Debt Resolution. 866-204-0071. Call that number right there. 866-204-0071. Check the link in my description for your financial wellness prescription. Bwah, 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 bwah. Yeah, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. Ooh, it's getting real.
Wait a minute, man.
Uh-oh.
All we want is our share.
Uh-oh. It's for you, Ryan. Look out, Mr. Clark. Talking wild, pointing fingers at the fam, saying black folks do better. Bruh, you the scam. Blaming us for your Shedeur hot take mess, but you the one stressing. Can't handle that press. Dead skin flaking, always peeling off fake. Talk tough Monday, then fold by Thursday take. Rabbit ears twitching, hearing every word they spit. But the minute you respond, boy, you can't handle it. Talking real loud, then you duck when it's fire. Ryan Clark act bold, but your take expired. See, Shedeur getting heat, but that's NFL life. Yo, jump out the booth and cut deep with the knife, yeah! Then the backlash come. Now you playing victim, blaming us black folks, huh? Who tricked him? You was pandering for claps, the clicks, the shine, but forgot the internet? Don't ever rewind. Ooh, you finally gave the truth. We thought maybe you grew, but the crowd lit a match and that flame hit you. So don't call out the culture when you weaken the knees. We ain't fragile with the truth, bruh. We built on receipts. Next time you drop a gem, stand tall, don't fold. Or keep flaking like your scalp when the weather cold. Uh-oh, I heard what you said. And then you said the truth and then your ass turned red, you got hot. And we looked at you like you not. Why your tongue all tied up in that damn knot? What the hell you saying? What the hell you playing? What the hell you stuttering for? Why you delaying? Man, just keep it real. Something we can hear, something we can feel. So when the truth gets revealed, don't hold back. Come on, man, don't blame us because we pro-black. Oh my God. To the East Blackwards, sissy. Become a gym member with Project Transition. As a giver every month, small gifts have a big impact in creating real change. Not only will you transform lives, you'll also win and unlock once-in-a-lifetime experiences. Join me, Marcellus Wiley, in making a real impact through Project Transition, a global giving community dedicated to uplifting underserved youth with mentorship, education, and access to real opportunities. Your donation doesn't just enter you to win unforgettable prizes and exclusive experiences with myself and other gym members. It fuels our mission to empower the next generation of leaders, dreamers, and game changers. From after-school programs, life skills camps, and career development, every dollar helps unlock potential where it's needed most and where every person makes a world of difference. Give back, win big, be the difference, be greater than your greatest excuse. Support Project Transition today. Become a gym member and help turn obstacles into opportunities. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away.
All right, y'all. Let me put you on to something that's part of my daily routine now. Vinia. Not a powder, not a pill. It's the twice daily chews, and yeah, they taste good too. I used to force down beet juice before games just to get my blood flow going. Hated the taste, hated the mess. Vinia? Way better benefits, way better experience. This is a real blood flow product, clinically proven to dilate your arteries and help your blood flow naturally produce nitric oxide. Vinia actually retrains your cells to unlock more of it the way your body's supposed to. Bruh, that's pie seed resveratrol at work. Consistent, efficient, powerful. Whether I'm in the studio, running around with my itty bitties, or battling on a pickleball court, I want to stay sharp and in rhythm. Vinia helps me get there. It's plant-based. No stimulants, no crash, no jitters, no banned substances, no junk. It's Informed Sports certified. Just something that actually delivers. So if you're trying to show up every day at your best, skip the beet juice. Go with Vinia. Blood flow energy that shows up for you. Link in description, vinia.com/Marcellus. Discount code Marcellus10 for a 10% discount. Wow.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I think the verse.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so